Okay, again, we are working on Unit 6, Notes number 1, and we're not going to do the top part of these today, so you're welcome. Don't worry about doing this right here. So look down a little bit lower at adding or combining like terms, because they do mean one in the same thing. Now, what are like terms? Remember, it has to have the same letter and exponent for to be a like term, and then we just add or subtract the number that's out in front. Now, when we are adding and we have these parentheses, so you would think that they're important, right? You're like, oh, those parentheses are really important for us. We actually can't do anything in the parentheses. Nothing here and nothing here is alike. So because of the associative property, we know that we can add parentheses or we can take them away. So here we're going to take them away, and this addition sign doesn't change anything about this second trinomial. It's just showing you that they're adding. So I'm going to put all of the highest exponents first. So I'm going to take the x squared in the first one and then match it with the 2x squared in the second one. And that is because I want to have the highest exponent first and then go down by exponents, which is the number above the variable. Next up is the 3x, because that exponent is 1. Then go into the other one and negative 5x to the first, that is. And then we have a 2 and a 4, so don't forget about plus 2 and plus 4. So once we get it all arranged and out of the parentheses, we just combine those like terms by adding the coefficient, the number in front. So that's 1 plus 2 for 3. Do not change this. That just stays 3x to the second power. And then we go ahead and do the 3x and the negative 5x. Now, integer rules apply here. Signs are different. Subtract. Negative 2x. Do not add the exponents, just change the number out in front. And then finally, 2 plus 4 makes 6. So there you have it. A 3-termed polynomial, because each term is a little bit different. This one has a second power, this one has first power, and this one has no variable at all, to make it a trinomial. Okay, we'll do one more of these. So looking at this next one, dive into those parentheses and you will see nothing is alike, so you can't subtract any of these terms. Over here, these parentheses, again, not really showing you anything other than they're trying to add two trinomials. Now, let's take those parentheses down because of the associative property. Let's rearrange all of this because of the commutative property. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about, because we've talked about these things in the past. So 3x squared, largest exponent goes first, then the x squared is going to be after that. So trying to match up these terms, maybe throw the 1 in there. And then it's the negative 2x and the negative 6x coming together, and finally minus 1 minus 5. So we have rearranged the problem so that we can quickly go through and add the coefficients. Your brain might be able to do this step, but for some, you really need to rewrite it, okay? So 1 plus 3 is 4 for 4x squared. Don't change that. A negative 2 and a negative 6 add up when the signs are the same, negative 8. And again, negative 1, negative 5 is negative 6. So nothing here canceled out. We still have 3 different terms, and therefore it is a trinomial. Okay? I'm going to ask that you do question number 3. Now be careful here, because you're going to have a situation where negative 1 and positive 1 are going to cancel each other out. And I'm curious to see how you handle that. So please go ahead and answer the question after you have simplified or added those polynomials.